always wanted to go back and do another one, and my first thoughts were, bizarrely, a little bit of me, I wanted to go and do it when I was 60. Just to, I don't know, I had a mad desire inside me to try and chase the dream and see what it felt like to go and do it at 60. And then unfortunately in September my life was to take a funny turn, you know. I got diagnosed with a brain tumour, just out of the blue. As always, was up at the school Saturday morning looking forward to the day, and then unfortunately I got took very seriously ill and got diagnosed with a brain tumour, which was a scary thing to go through for sure. But the whole thing was kind of driven by the Dakar, to be fair. When the surgeon told me what I was going through, the Dakar very quickly came into the conversation, and I said, look, it's not a problem. I've done 7 Dakars and the 8th one is come to me early, it's going to start now. And I'm sure he thought I was a little bit kind of crazy, and I explained a little bit of what the Dakar had meant to me and what the journey entails, and I set a goal for myself that once I was to go into surgery, the rally is 15-16 days, and I wanted to be out of the hospital in 16 days, and I think the Dakar was a big part of that recovery period. And you know, in December I got took into Stoke Hospital and spent 14-15 hours in surgery, 2 days in intensive care, fighting for sure. It was a tough fight, but the journey, I was lucky enough to fight, and we're not completely out of the blue yet, but we're here today, sat in Morocco, enjoying an amazing time.
Things were good. We just got married. We had our whole life mapped, so to speak. So yeah, in September when that was diagnosed, I think it was quite shocking. We was all in shock. Nobody expected it. He hadn't been ill, no signs of anything, the odd headache, nothing much. And then it was a shock. But what's it called? I went on autopilot. Went through with it all. Whoops. I knew he was a strong man. I knew he'd come through it. Hoped he'd come through it. And I can't believe we're sat here today. And it's like that never even happened. It doesn't feel like the tumour thing ever happened. All the risks that the doctor told us at the time before the operation, it was a huge long list of really bad things that could have gone wrong, which was very scary, very upsetting, but we tried to hold it together. And then so lucky that you've come through all that. You've defied everything the doctor said could happen.
Yeah, and I think for me, my most scariest moment on this whole journey was when we were sat with the consultant, and he was really to the point what this was actually about, and I started to get very emotional because I wasn't sure whether it was an operational thing, and I found that very hard to deal with. And then out of the blue he says, of course we'll fix you, Mick. And then he became my friend. It was one of the moments that I was really didn't know how to deal with, and that kind of inspired me from the minute he says, I'll fix you, Mick. I came alive again and started to accept what had happened and fight to get over it. But there is a long way to go. The next part of the tumour journey is a very daunting one.
Well, it'd be the same, all the risks again. Everything he told us then that could have happened, he'll have to tell us it all again when he goes to operate next time. It'll all be the same list of ailments or future disabilities even. So where the tumour actually is, if it's quiet, just leave it as is. But eventually it will need to come out because it's right in the middle around one of the main arteries. But it's okay now. Whether it'll grow again, we don't know. But they're keeping their eye on it, 6 monthly MRI scans. And we just take each day as it comes, live for today, plan for tomorrow, and carry on like this never happened in a way.
Yeah.
It's changed Mick, I would say, for the better. He is a better person for it. He has more compassion for people and situations. Not saying that he didn't before, but
yeah, I would say that, as I mentioned yesterday on the bikes, it's very hard for people to understand, but it has made me a better person inside.
Yeah,
And I do
so.
know that. And
Yeah.
I think until you get put in that situation, it's very hard for people to understand that.
Yeah.
I've always been very passionate and caring, but for sure, since I got diagnosed with the tumour, I've reflected on that and took that, and I really enjoy sharing moments with people. With us, we're very lucky. It's brought us to Morocco, and driving us on. Yeah, hopefully the goal is to bring the medal home in 2020, and opens up another journey. And the big thing for me now with the Dakar is to try and inspire other people going through journeys in life, whichever they are, to not give in, keep chasing it. We can chase it, and it's important to share that. So the Dakar is definitely helping me bring every day to me and inspiring that. And you know, hopefully 2020 that we can go across the journey, and hopefully it entices people to keep chasing their dream, their self, whatever it is in life, to keep doing it. And it's definitely changed my outlook on life since getting diagnosed with a tumour. More caring, passionate, and bizarrely as it probably sounds, I would probably say it's made me a better person. That it's quite hard to understand. But probably, for me, one of the things that kept me fighting was that moment to share this with my son. And you know, that was what kept every day ticking by, and I've just been lucky enough to share that moment with him, and that meant such a lot to me. Every day when the journey was tough, the image in my mind was to bring my son to Morocco and share this with him and my wife. And now that dream's become true. Another part of that box has just been ticked, to share those passionate moments with my son and my wife, who's a massive supporter of this campaign. Shows we can do it. You know, it's hard, but it's ticked that box. From the minute we got diagnosed, the whole desire was to come and share this with Adam, and I've been lucky enough to have that with him. My wife is out with me now, going through the training program, and what is inspiring to me, that's another little bit of that box ticked. The next tick is to keep training, and you know, it's going to be the same. I'm not going to give in until the Dakar 2020 becomes part of my life again. And hopefully, you know, the other side of that is I'm trying to raise money for the Tumor Society, because they are incredible people, and until you go through this kind of journey, I think it's very hard to understand the passion that these people have. They're as passionate as me about this crazy Dakar. Tomorrow morning the training gets a little bit more serious.
Back to it.
Back to it, yeah. We're lucky enough to have a day off, so tomorrow looking forward to upping it a little bit, getting back to a little bit more serious training, put some serious hours in on the bike to start getting the bike fitness back to, you know, ready for the big day in 2020. And we're so lucky to be able to share this journey with my wife, and having my son out here was a big part of it. No, it's all looking really positive in it, enjoying it, and it's very nice to share it with the people that mean a lot to me. You've had a lucky enough experience to go out to the dunes and see some of the crazy trails that the Dakar involves, and to you, what's that kind of feeling inside?
It's just awesome. The whole experience is awesome, but I just think, wow, you've got to ride all that. I think it's quite... it's so big, it's so vast. But if that's your dream, then I'll follow that dream with you. I think it's more intense than I thought, because I've only seen little snippets on the telly and photographs and what you've told me. I think it's travelling along in the car with Ali at the speeds that you were going. I thought, wow, I'm glad you're a good rider.
Now we're on, I want to try and set about not just inspiring people, but put some finances their way. They deserve every little bit of it, and my way of doing that is to go and do the Dakar, carry the logo, and you know, hopefully we can then at the end of it in 2020, the finishing story is to walk to hospital, give the surgeon a hug who allowed me to sit here today and share this passion, and shout the tin and put the tin on the counter and hug the man and thank him massively for allowing me to keep chasing this dream. And that has become a massive desire in my life, and sharing that journey with many people, and that is, you know, roll on 2020, I say. And the big closing story will be, let's go to Stoke Hospital, everybody's helped this journey become reality, and give this man a hug and hopefully wave him goodbye and wish him the best.
Thanks very much, Mick.